Hi folks, this is Frank Davis from Media Pillars. Just wanted to do a brief video for business owners to learn how to get into Google Analytics and basically look at some of the key information in there and how to utilize that information to make your website perform better or get it closer to what it is that you want it to be doing. If it's not, a lot of you have access to your Google Analytics and never go in it, or you've hired someone and they have access to it and they'll send you a report if you ask. The first thing I want to say is every business owner that has a website uh, absolutely must have Google Analytics and have full access to it at all times. This is the tool that you use to see where your traffic is coming from to your website and what's happening to that traffic once it gets there. How deep into the website it clicks, how long they're there, where they're coming from geographically, what search terms did they use to get there. This is all information you need to make changes to your website so you can increase the performance and effectiveness of your website. So let's get into this real quick. Basically, you log in. This is an example analytics account for someone that I work with. The first thing that's going to come up under audience and overview is basically your clicks. Your clicks in for each day. You can hover over it. It tells you the date and how many visits you had that day. As you can see, this is a campground. So throughout the winter, it's been low, and you can see that it is increasing as the weather gets better because people are searching camping stuff more. This gives your average bounce rate right here, which is key. That means a bounce rate is how many people come to your website and leave instantly without clicking on anything else. That would be considered a bounce. So 45% or almost 46% of the people that show up to this website do not click any further. So the lower that number is, the better, because you want them to stay. So this tells us that this website has to grasp and get the attention of its users faster and better. So we know that that has to be worked on. New sessions, this is how many people are absolutely new, have never been to the site. This is key to show if you're getting your website visible in front of new people. So this number being high is a good thing. You want people to come back, but you constantly want to be making sure that your website is being viewed and discovered by new people. How many page views, how many users, this is self-explanatory. Average session duration, that means the average length of time a user stays on the website. So the higher this number is, the better as well. Now we can go up here and break this down, and you can break it down into a couple different things that show this information in a graph. So let's go to bounce rate, because it's great to have this average, but you can look based on if you have like a blog or you changed your website. You can look on each day and look at the statistics for that particular day. You just hover over that area. You don't click or anything. You just hover. It's going to give the date, the sessions, and the bounce rate for that day. So this particular day, the bounce rate was low. Obviously, the more visitors you have in a day, the better the chances are your bounce rate is high. So that gives you that information. Now let's look at demographics. If you're a brick and mortar type business, local traffic and local website views is going to be key to you. So this demographics, you can go to overview and demographics. All right. The first thing it's going to show you is male and female. This is about 50-50. You know what your target market is. If you're selling men's clothing and you have 70% of your traffic are females, you know that you have to make some changes. So this is key information. Age, gender, interest, the different things that they're interested in overall. This is helpful. I don't actually use it that much, but this geolocation is very key because it's going to show you geographically where your web traffic is coming from. This campground is in New York, so this is good. The darker the color is on the state, the more traffic it gets. So this is what we want. So we can just click on that, and it's going to break it down into all the different visits to the website throughout the state of New York. Now you can scroll down here, and it even breaks it down into cities. It automatically gives you the top 10, but you can increase that over here to as much as you want to see. This is going to show you per city how many sessions, how many of those were new people, and your bounce rate over here is key. So Saratoga Springs has a lower bounce rate than, say, New York City. So these people are actually closer, so they're probably more interested. This really does assist you in letting you know what people from different towns are doing on your website when they get there. All right, so that's very important information. The next key thing is your mobile overview. This is going to show how much traffic you're getting from mobile devices versus desktop. So this is a desktop, a regular computer is 48%, and then you have mobile and tablet down here, which makes up more than 50% of the traffic to this website are being viewed on a mobile device. So it's important that this business owner knows exactly how his website looks on mobile phones and tablets, because the majority of his traffic is coming from there. Now you can break this down even further because mobile devices are different. The key one here, the most traffic is on an iPhone, which is not surprising. So say this business owner has a Droid type mobile device and he always looks at his website and thinks, oh, it's good. That has absolutely no guarantee that it's going to look the same on an iPhone. So it's very important that he finds someone or finds an iPhone and goes to that website. He wants to know exactly what people are seeing and how that website is being displayed. So this information is very key. Now let's go down to acquisition. I'm trying to make this as brief as possible. It gives you a good idea. This is going to show where all the website traffic is coming from. So the majority of the website traffic is coming from organic searches or searches on Google, Bing, Yahoo. Next is referral, meaning another website has a link to his website and the traffic is coming from there. Direct is people who actually type in the website into the browser, and social is from social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and such. So this information, how he can use this, right off the bat, the social traffic is very low. So he clearly does not utilize social media, which is a very effective way to market. So putting forth some effort into social media will greatly increase the traffic on this website. And because most social traffic is on mobile devices nowadays, he's got to understand that his mobile usage is going to go up as well. We can break this down here. This is all under acquisition. So if you want more information on organic, you can just click it. And it's going to give the graph of organic traffic only over the course of whatever time period you put up here. So this graph is only traffic generated from search engines, and then down here it'll break it down into what keywords are used. Now there's ways, you see this not provided, this is always a lot higher, and there are ways to find out exactly what those search terms are, and that's utilized in Google Webmaster Tools, which is different than Google Analytics, but we can get into that another time. Just know that you can get that information. So this is key. And last but not least, these are the things that I check every day, and you as a business owner should check these specific things every single day. We go under social, and this is going to tell us only social traffic. So he's only gotten traffic from Facebook and Yelp. So he needs to start putting effort into other social media, and that will increase that. So that's basic use of Google Analytics, and you can see just that little bit of time that we spent looking at some of the basics, that it gives you information that you can use to go out and make changes or change where you're putting your efforts or resources. Another thing that's interesting for people, for me anyways, people spend money on internet marketing and they don't have access to this, so they have no idea where that internet marketing traffic went to, if it generated any revenue, and Google Analytics is going to do that. So when you spend money, you can then track that traffic that you're getting and see if it's getting to where it is you want it to go. So hopefully this helped you a great deal. Again, the main thing I want you to get out of this is, as a business owner, there's a few things that are absolutely key in this day and age. One, you have a mobile website, a responsive website, meaning it displays perfectly on every device, computers, laptops, uh, tablets, and mobile phones, all mobile phones, um, and that you have access to your Google Analytics so you can track the performance of those things. That's the most important thing that I recommend. If you want help setting Google Analytics up, learning more how to use it, or with a mobile website, get in contact with me. My name is Frank Davis. I'm based out of Saratoga Springs, New York. My website is mediapillars.com, and I'd love to hear from you. Thank you.